Here we go, and welcome to this week's episode of Guardians and Gladiators. My name is Lauzie, and always is with my good friend D. And D, how many donuts did you eat over the weekend?
I cannot tell you. I'm not supposed to lie, so I won't say one. I won't say two. I won't say three. And let's just stop right there because I don't want to.
Okay.
They were delicious, I have to say. But I think I could probably go another week or two without ever looking at a donut for now. I think I'm good. And that's saying a lot because I do like my donuts. What about you?
I just only had that one. Just one. But I bought a lot of them during the weekend, some for my coworkers at work, and just sponsor Special Olympics.
Excellent. Well, social media absolutely blew up with the Choose to Include donut. And obviously that's what we're talking about for anybody that's not aware. And I don't know how you couldn't be aware because the Choose to Include donut was everywhere this weekend. All the Tim Hortons were selling out of them. A lot of people were saying, I've gone to 3 Tim Hortons. I couldn't get one. They were all sold out. That's great. That's great news because 100% of the proceeds went to Special Olympics right across the country. Great job by Tim Hortons. Great job by everybody getting out there and supporting Special Olympics. Speaking of Tim Hortons and the Choose to Include donut, there was an incredible commercial being played all weekend nationwide in relation to the donut, and it was starring a spectacular Special Olympics athlete. And we are so privileged today that we are going to have her on our show. Monique is going to join us. We're really excited about that. Did you get a chance to see the commercial?
Oh, I watched it a few different times.
Yeah, it was really well done. She did a great job. So we're looking forward to Monique joining us today. We also have David Hill joining us, a local Special Olympics athlete. So I guess we got the king of the hill and the queen of the donut today. Yeah, it was a great weekend. I hope everybody had a chance to get out there and sample the donut. I noticed lots of posts on social media saying that if it's for charity, the calories don't count. So that's outstanding. Nobody needs to worry about going to the gym.
Calories don't count because it's for charity.
Thank goodness the gyms are opening tomorrow, eh?
So we can use that excuse all the time.
Absolutely. More charity food. More charity food. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back with our first guest this week. So Lauzie and I will be right back after this.
And welcome back to Guardians and Gladiators. Here to join us is our first guest. Welcome to the show, David Hill.
Hello, David.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, David, when did you start Special Olympics, and what sport did you start with?
I think it was 2011, and I think I started with softball. Yeah, it was softball when actually, oddly enough, the team was named Gladiators, and the Marlins were both the D and the C team were all put together. Before. Well, around the same time as Taylor and Shannon when they were coaches, but the coaches before them, they were the main coaches. I forget who the coaches' names were. They were. Would you know who I'm talking about, Chris?
No, I didn't think I ever met them, but yeah.
They were, and then the one had a brother that was on the team as well.
And they were before Taylor and Shannon?
No, Taylor and Shannon came in as assistant coaches then?
Yeah.
Before becoming the head coach of the team?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So speaking of Taylor and Shannon, we had Taylor on a few weeks ago and we heard about an amazing bus trip. Were you part of this bus trip that happened, David? No?
I was supposed to be, but I was not feeling that greatest that day.
Oh,
but I could have gone, but next week I had the Community Living Ontario conference that that was gonna be a couple of days. That was gonna be a couple of days, and like I thought, like it'd be better to get myself a bit healthier. And plus, the next a couple of days later, it was the community in motion run, and I'm trying to get myself better for that too. But
Got it.
unfortunately for that, I was not able to do the community in motion because I was still like not feeling the greatest. So
Right.
like it was like either do that and potentially miss the conference,
Mhm.
or um miss miss the bus in the community motion and do the conference, and then thankfully enough I was better by the conference, so
Oh,
I
that's
had
good
tons
then.
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably worked out best that way. You were able to do the conference then, right?
Yep.
Nice. Good.
It was really fun.
Have you been to any games or with
Yeah.
any of your sports?
Yep. I've been to two games. Like you mean like provincial games and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Both the times was softball. Was for softball. One like I didn't play with the actual London team. I was borrowed from other team from for another team. Like actually, your former coach, um, Jamie Folk.
Yep.
He went to St. Thomas team for a while to help coach that thing, and then she wanted me to practice with that to play with the St. Thomas team, so I could play with them and then go to the provincials that year.
Yeah, that was in Peel region, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then funny stories. My whole team got stuck in an elevator. All 13, like because we had too many people in the elevator at once, and then there's reasons why they say you should only have so many people on the elevator at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were the reason why the opening ceremonies were delayed, and I think that was Glass Tiger, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that's right.
Tiger.
Glass Tiger were there. That's right.
And then
Glass Tiger
You
opened
made
up.
Glass Tiger wait because you guys thought the
Yep.
maximum occupancy for an elevator was an entire softball team.
And then the second time around, I got to go, but unfortunately, I couldn't play because literally a week before, my coaches were having me to do having the team do lunges and everything, and my knee decided to pop out.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So fortunately enough, I was still able to go with the team
right.
and just do what they can and help with the team,
Sure.
but I wasn't able to play on the team. It sucked, but
Yeah, but you still got to go.
Right?
Yeah. Excellent. And from what we always hear every week on this show is sometimes when you go to the games and everything, it's not the actual games that are the most fun. It's being there with your teammates and meeting your athletes and enjoying yourself. So you got to take part in that, right?
Yeah. Well, on the positive, we didn't get stuck in an elevator that time.
You will forget
The
that
whole
one.
team.
I'll
The
bet
whole
ya-
team.
Yeah, Alan Frew from Glass Tiger still talks about that to this day. I'm pretty sure if you were to ask him, you go, remember that softball team there that got stuck in the elevator and we had to delay our show?
Never doing the Special Olympics again because of that.
So, David, listen, we just had this weekend was the Tim Hortons Choose to Include Donut Day. Were you aware of it? Did you see anything
Yes,
on
I
social
was.
media about it?
Yeah, I got my a lot of my friends did the thing, like the photo of it. I got my coworkers to do some of it.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, I was able to get one, but I wish I could get more. But
yeah, but you were able to get
and
one.
I read somewhere they might extend it because it was that popular.
Yeah, it was definitely popular. And I saw a few comments about that. It's a shame it ends this week because the donut was so good, let alone the obvious good cause. But the donut itself tasted pretty good, obviously. Far too good, I think.
Well, yeah, I've seen everyone go get some more. And it's an excuse to have fun with donut. Like have fun with donuts.
For sure. So listen, David,
Yeah.
they called it the Choose to Include Day or Choose to Include Donut, right? When you talk about inclusion and choose to include when it comes to Special Olympics, what does that mean to you? What does inclusion mean in Special Olympics to you?
Like to allow like everyone with like any kind of like ability to play. Like you don't like everyone gets equal chance to play, no matter how good your ability is. Like if you're the best player or if you're the a player that needs like a player that's good in other areas kind of thing.
Mhm.
They'll always find a spot for you, and I think it's good that they do that.
Absolutely. That's a great way of describing it. I like that. You mentioned there a minute ago about some of your coworkers and stuff. Whereabouts are you working? We love when people work, and we like to talk about their employers on here. So where are you working, David?
You know, WFS,
WFS. No, what does that stand for?
Winter Factory Supply. We used to call it Winter Factory Supply.
Oh yeah.
It's like
There used to be the plastic place or packaging
No.
place, right?
nope. You know where Costco is on the south side of London?
Mm-hmm.
It's like right across from there. Like it's like where the old ice house used to be. Like not
Right.
where the ice house used to be, but like
Yeah.
so the
In that
Ministry of
area.
Transportation building.
Yep.
Or as it is now, Luna or whatever it's called.
Right.
It's like literally right beside that
Okay. Yeah,
building.
I know where you are. Yeah. So Windsor Factory Supply, but it's called WFS now.
It's just called WFS now. Yeah.
WFS. Well, that's how long
We're
have you
like
been working there?
Same amount of time I've been doing Special Olympics.
Wow.
11 years.
Good
Yep,
for
11
you.
years.
Excellent. That's great. We love talking about employers that hire people with intellectual disabilities because we think it's great, and you guys are two great examples of what they can benefit from having people like you working there, and it's outstanding. So good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. What have you been doing, keeping active during all these lockdowns?
Well, like my coworker and I, we try to do runs kind of thing. Like we try to do. Originally, we tried to do what do you call it? Like, try to go to the gym because I live right by the Foster Y. So originally, we tried to do the track, the running around the track thing.
Mm-hmm.
But every time it opened up again, 2 weeks later, it seemed like it's been closed down.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, like, we wait for like when the snow stops, and then we start going walking outside. As long as it's not like pouring a rain. But other than like that, like I just walk sometime with my cousin because she just lives down the street, and my mom walks. But what I was gonna say again?
So you've been out doing some walks and some runs and trying to
Yeah.
keep active.
Yep.
Excellent. And have you been is growing the beard? Is that another active thing that you're doing? You've got quite the full growth of beard there. Is that another activity you undertook through COVID?
Yeah. Well, I always try to grow it and everything after so long, and then I usually use the excuse it's a playoff beard for hockey, but this year I don't think it's gonna work because
You're a bit early. You're a bit early.
Oh no, because my team is literally at the very bottom. They'll give you a hint who my team is. Like my team is like the last team in league right now.
Are they like a French team?
Yeah.
Well, being a Leaf fan, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for you, but we won't talk about that. We've all been there. Let's just put it that way, David. We've been there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get the team right, but
yeah.
yeah.
Great.
All right. So David, as Special Olympic athletes that we are, we follow an oath. Can you tell me the oath?
It's let me win. But if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
Now, can you tell us the time that you were brave at the attempt?
Well, I guess like when I dislocated my kneecap, but and not being able to play with the team, but being there for the team and everything, would that count? Like even though I wasn't actually
Yeah, that
playing
counts.
anything,
That
Yeah.
counts.
but like I was there, like
Absolutely.
I was a like kind of like a bench manager kind of thing. So like I was
Yep.
helping to keep track of all the. So then like I was let the manager G, who was Gene from Stratford, know who how many outs we have, who's on, like how many runs we have in the inning, and who
Mhm.
how many runs the other team had. So then like because I think you only have, and that in the tip of the last inning, you can only have 5 runs in it maximum, and then or like the whole batting order kind of thing, or 3 outs.
Right. She had a pretty important role
So
there,
yeah,
right? Yeah. No, that definitely counts. That's a great example. You go there and you're injured and you're disappointed that you can't play, but you take on another role and you're still valuable to the team. So that's outstanding. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
and actually with that, the injuries that keeps happening, I keep thinking that maybe playing the sports like the hockey and everything isn't for me anymore, kind of thing. Because like I can't just keep, because like I have a like my work career
Yeah,
to worry about, kind of thing, right? So then like
absolutely.
I'm gonna find other ways to do it. Like once I've asked Bill when they can, like like, and he said sure, but then like if we can like do, if I can start doing refereeing training and everything, so I can
Mhm.
like be referee for like for hockey and everything. I'm gonna still
Yeah,
play softball though, because it's
right.
not as hard on your knees, kind of thing.
Right. Because
But like
baseball's not a real sport, is it? No.
no, no, but like but
Oh boy.
Just kidding. I have that argument with a friend of mine all the time. He makes fun of soccer players, and I make fun of baseball players. So it's all good.
yeah,
Put them in the same category.
No, that's a great idea because you're right, David. Like you have your work to think about, and if these injuries keep happening, you gotta not just your work, but you gotta be able to get around for the rest of your life too. You don't want to be in pain all the time. You don't, and your health comes first. So that's a great way of looking at it, though. I like that. Find
I
another way
still
to
want to
stay
be,
involved.
yeah, and I still want to be like, yeah, like stay involved and be part
Yeah.
of special hits, and then maybe you can do Chris penalty here and there, but
I don't think you'd be the first ref to give him a penalty. I've seen him play.
Oh boy.
Well,
or Chris.
we really appreciate you joining us. we better end this before we all start arguing with each other about sports and injuries and penalties.
What sport's not real?
Golf.
That's great. David, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's been nice having you on and hearing your stories. And hopefully you'll be able to get back out there and play some softball this summer. And maybe by next winter, when floor hockey starts up again, you'll be one of the officials out there.
Yep.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, Chris and Derek.
You're
Our-
welcome.
Our pleasure. All right. You take care, David.
Thank you. You guys as well.
All right. And Lauzie and I will be right back after this.
And welcome back to Guardians and Gladiators, folks. Now, here it is, our special guest for this episode. Welcome to the show, Monique.
Hi, Monique.
Hi,
Welcome to our show. We're really happy to have you this week.
thank you.
You're welcome. Now, it has been a busy time for you, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, we've been talking tonight about the whole weekend and all of the donuts everybody's been eating. Can I
Oh
ask
yeah, I
to
saw that
start
on
with?
Instagram and Facebook.
Now, did you
Yeah.
eat
All
any
the police
donuts
officers
today?
eating donuts. So okay. I said, okay, good job.
There you go. A lot of police officers like donuts. I know that.
Oh yeah.
So, Monique, we told our listeners at the beginning of the show that we were really happy to have you on because this weekend was Choose to Include weekend at Tim Hortons. And Tim Hortons did a
Mhm.
commercial. They created a commercial that
Yeah.
was shown across the country all weekend long. And you were the star of that commercial, weren't you?
Yeah. Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
I have to tell you, I thought you were outstanding in that commercial. You were really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yes.
So, Monique, how did you get into Special Olympics?
How I get to Special Olympics?
Yeah, how did you
My
start?
PE teacher from Texas, high school
You went to high school in Texas?
in Texas. Yes.
Wow. Now you don't still live in
Houston,
Texas,
yeah.
do you?
No. Yeah. Yes, we lived in Texas 7 years, and then we
Oh.
moved back to Canada.
I see. So while you were there, your PE teacher had told you about Special Olympics. Well, that's amazing.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And what sports did you start out by playing?
And in Texas, I did
Yeah.
basketball,
Mhm.
volleyball, soccer, softball, bowling, baseball, and track and field.
Oh,
Wow.
when did you have time to go to school? That is a lot of sports. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
to tell you, I noticed on the commercial there was one shot there, and you must have a very strong neck because there was a lot of really big medals around your neck on that.
Yes.
That is amazing. That was so good. So
Yes.
listen, how did the commercial all start? When did you find out about doing the commercial?
Through Allison.
Allison, and Allison is
No,
with Special
Ali.
Olympics?
Ali to Ali, yeah. To Ali,
Oh,
yeah. 'Cause
okay.
Special Olympics 'cause from Canada. Because she called my mom and said, Monique, do you want to do the commercial? So my mom said, sure, we'll do it. So we checked the calendar. So we're good. We're free. So we went.
Wow. And was it a lot of fun making the commercial?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Great.
recorded.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you did a great job. Now, I can hear somebody beside you there, and I'm going to guess that it's the co-star of your commercial.
My
The other
mom.
person-
Hi.
Yes. Hi. And this is June. This is Monique's mom, who also appeared in the commercial. Hi, June.
Yes. Hi.
That must have been
Why am
quite
I blinking in and out? I don't
Oh, no,
understand.
it's staying there because of my background.
Oh, yes, yes. For our
Yeah.
listeners, we're on a Zoom chat and
Yes,
we have these
background too.
fancy backgrounds that disappear in and out when people take the camera.
Ah.
So how long did it take you to do the commercial?
Oh, jeez.
Mommy,
Well,
how long-
filming actually were 2 days.
like Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think both days were probably about maybe 5-6 hours each.
Mhm.
Wow. It's tough work being a
Yeah,
superstar, isn't it?
Did one one of the recording was done at where?
By the village.
Tim Hortons first.
Tim Hortons is
The first day, yes.
first day is on Wednesday, and then the
Second day.
the second day was on Thursday. Was a Riley Village.
Variety.
Variety Village. I
Yeah.
used to do my dance class there.
Yes, because they
Ah,
wanted you to do some sprinting.
Yes.
yes. Very good. So it's not like they just press start and you do your thing and press stop and you're all done, is it? There's a
No.
lot of work.
No. They tell me what to do because I warm up first, and then my stretch, my drills.
They ask
Yeah.
you questions.
They ask me questions,
Wow.
and I answer.
Never.
Well,
Yeah.
and when you first saw the finished product, when you first got to see the commercial that was going to go on TV, what did you think?
Yeah, it was wow.
What did you think?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Very good.
They
So-
made us look good.
Yeah, it was on the commercial was good, and so we had.
The nerves didn't show.
I had something to social. What's his name?
On social.
On social. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Jesse.
Well, Jesse, that's a different. Oh, yeah, you've been popular.
Yeah, Jesse, and then
Jesse is from TSN.
Censor. For censor. So my sister said, follow them. So okay. Yeah.
Yes. So you're talking about The Social. Now there is a talk show called The Social, and I think is it CTV that is on. I think.
Yes, we
Yeah.
were on there as well.
Yeah. And
Yeah, we're
you-
on there as well.
wow. So you've been on The Social. You were on a nationwide commercial, and here you are now on the highly rated podcast Guardians and Gladiators. Well, we feel pretty privileged to be in the same
Yes.
ballpark as those two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. So June, let me ask you, when Monique first started in Special Olympics and as she progressed through different sports and taking part, what did you notice about Monique and the effect that Special Olympics had on her?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't like this. Anyhow, it doesn't matter, me flipping in and out. To be quite honest with you, Monique comes from a line of athletes.
Okay.
Okay, they're swimmers, they're divers, cricketers, track and star field. I myself did track and star back in Guyana.
Wow.
Martial arts, bodybuilding.
You're
I
my
mean,
You were my coach from in Texas.
I was part of a track coach in Texas when we
Yeah.
lived there. And when Monique's teacher asked me about, if she can try out for sports, like really, my daughter can't even go through a doorway without banging into the walls because of her balance. Coordination was so horrible.
Yeah.
And, it was difficult. It's very, very difficult. And the lady encouraged me and she says, everybody here tries. And the first thing I noticed, I had no idea what Monique was doing. But every day she would come home, she would be a little bit more talkative. She would talk and she would talk and she would nonstop. And we said, Monique, shut up. What are you talking about? She's rambling. And then she was happier. And then she was just little things. When she started coloring, instead of just using black crayons, which she did in the past, she would be started introducing the reds and the yellows. And, I said to my husband, something is going on here. And so Monique says, Mom, I'm going to be running today. Are you coming? I said, absolutely. I have to see this to believe it. When I went, boy, was I in for a show. Who is this girl? I don't know what it is about Monique. I think the fact that she was Canadian, they just fell in love with her. I mean, wherever she went, people were just taking out their pocketbooks and writing and just want to see her smile and talk. And oh boy. Wow. Yeah, she went everywhere. Yeah. She was busy in the States. You were the poster girl for Singles Wireless, which is a cell phone.
Yeah, and they
What?
gave me cell phone, everything.
Yeah.
And then,
We appeared on a lot of talk shows and,
yeah.
and I lived in Canada for so many years. I didn't know about Special Olympics. Well, I lied. Originally from Edmonton.
Yeah, we're
Mhm.
born in
And all I
Edmonton.
knew about the Special Olympics was skating. But
Okay.
because Monique's coordination was so horrible, it was difficult. And I guess they didn't have enough volunteers to give her the one-on-one that she needed.
Right.
Yeah. But to be quite honest with you, I was happy that Monique was in sports for health reasons.
Yes.
Since Monique has been in sports, she has not, touch wood, thank God, touched medication. We took her off of all her medication cold turkey.
Wow.
So that
That's-
was a big benefit for us.
Absolutely. That is great to hear.
Yeah, that
That's
was
great.
a big benefit. And of course, seeing how happy and bubbly and sociable she was.
Yeah.
Sometimes a
Yeah.
little bit too much for her good, but
That's fun.
thought I'll give you a tickle.
That's when you have to step in as
We have
mom
one
and
of
as coach.
Yeah. So that was and then Miss your teacher says,
Miss Driver,
Monique, you're going to be competing in
US.
yeah, the team she was drawn. Actually, she qualified for the 2003. Yeah, 2003 World Games in Ireland.
Wow.
She qualified for track and field and soccer. But because soccer was the team sport, it took precedence over the track.
Mhm.
And so we went to Ireland. She represented Team USA in Ireland. She played
Good
soccer.
for you.
Yeah.
And then you went to go see Catherine run. Who's that girl?
We will take off and go and see the Canadians. Yeah.
Yeah, she went to
because
go see her, and then I didn't know her very well, so we became best friends now.
Nice.
it's funny. I thought, who is that white girl beating up everybody in the track? And Catherine, mom took a picture of Catherine, and we were in the background.
Oh my God.
We didn't know until years later. She says, June, I thought I saw you and Monique in Ireland. I think you're in a picture of hers. And fair enough. And Monique said to me, Mom, as soon as I go home, I want to get into Special Olympics Canada and run track.
Yeah,
And
come here.
this is where we are.
Yeah.
Wow. And going by those medals around your neck in that commercial, you've done pretty well at it too, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We
That's
thought she'll stop there, but she went on to snowshoeing.
Oh yeah.
Now she's telling me about, what did you say to Jesse? You want to try one?
Speed skated.
Oh, jeez. Do you have a board with all of the sports and you're just putting little check marks beside each one? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, boy.
So
Monique
Monique,
checklist out.
as we know, when Tim Hortons agreed to do this campaign and they called it the Choose to Include Donut, right? And it
Mhm.
was all about inclusion. Tell me
Yes.
what the importance of inclusion, what does that mean to you that people
Don't look at me.
include athletes
You
with
said it.
intellectual
Oh.
disabilities? What does that mean to you?
Mean to me
Yes. Monique, you said it.
means
You get to get back to school.
you get to go back to your sports and see your friends again.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Well, we're all excited about that. Now, Lauzie has something he wants you to do for him here that we like to have all of our Special Olympic athletes do. Lauzie?
So as Special Olympic athletes that we are, we follow an oath. Can you tell us the oath?
Yes, I can say those. Let me win, and I cannot win. Let me brave him attempt.
Let
You brave him attempt.
Can you tell us when you were brave at the attempt at any of your sports?
Yes, I
High
high jump. I was brave. I love
Yeah.
high jump.
Yeah.
jump.
And you keep trying to beat your high score? Is that what you try to do?
Yes.
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 Good for you.
Yes.
Is there a particular track and field sport that you like above all the other ones?
Hmm.
Which one?
Yeah, I like the 200s.
200? Yeah, that's your best one.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you, after this weekend of eating donuts, I think you would beat me pretty easily because they were just far too good. Monique and June, we really appreciate you joining us. It was an honor for us to have you on. You're an incredible person, Monique, and you did an outstanding job, both of you, on the commercial. You represented
you.
Special
Thank you.
Olympics so well, and we're hoping that a lot of people went out and took part in this campaign over the weekend, and we can't wait to see how much money was raised for Special Olympics across the country. So
Yeah.
thank you again for joining us.
We're
Thank
especially
you.
thankful because, like I said, the
Which one?
social is, it's so fast that you can't get to say everything out properly. But I wrote something that I wanted to say on yeah, I was saying to be inclusive, you're building a better world. And with the support from partners like Tim Hortons, that world looks fantastic for athletes. Their dreams are able to come true and their goals are met because of Tim Hortons funding. So please choose to include. And what did you say, Monique? You said we all
want to get learn from each other.
yes.
Oh, those are so true, those words. June, those are really nice as well. That was really
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Thanks for sharing that with us. And thanks for sharing your time. We really enjoyed having you. We really enjoyed meeting
No
you. And
problem.
hopefully we'll
Problem.
get to meet you again soon at some events that, fingers crossed, we will be
Hopefully.
in person and
yeah.
no more of these
Yeah.
Zoom meetings, right?
Yes.
And do more 5K again. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for
Okay.
joining us.
No problem.
Okay.
Good night.
Good
Take
night.
care. We hope to
Yeah,
see you
thank
soon.
you.
All right. And
bye.
Lauzie and I will be right back after this.
And welcome back to Guardians and Gladiators. And D, you guys say another great episode. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. We started off with David and his stories about going to the provincials and his injuries, and so disappointing, but he just shows that true character of a Special Olympics athlete, doesn't he? You qualify, your injury prevents you from playing, but he still finds another role to be, important to the team and get to be there for, like we always see on this show, the really important part of these games is the social part and meeting friends and being with your teammates. So another great story. And then, of course, this is just our little podcast, right? We like doing it.
That's
It's
right.
fun. We enjoy it.
Yes,
But this weekend, we just took a step up, my friend, because
I think so.
we are on the same level as The Social, a talk show on TV. We're on the same level as a national Tim Hortons commercial, because we
Yeah.
had the star of both of those shows this weekend. We had Monique Shah and her mom, June, on the show.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. We're so privileged to be able to have Monique on. What an amazing young lady. And her mom obviously is proud of her, but it was so great hearing the story about Monique and the changes that her mom saw in her as soon as she started taking part in Special Olympic sports. And I mean, it goes right back to the early days of Dr. Frank Hayden, right? When he talked about the benefits of playing sports for people with intellectual disabilities. Well, we see it week after week on this show, and Monique is another incredible example of the difference the Special Olympics makes in athletes.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. Well, we want to take a second to just acknowledge again everybody that took part in the Choose to Include weekend. We thank Tim Hortons, and we thank all the people that went out there and purchased a donut this weekend. Those funds that will be raised and turned over to Special Olympics will definitely go a long way to getting sports started up again. And every dollar will go to good use. So thank you again to everybody that went out there and did that.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is a wrap on another week for us. We are already looking forward to next week. We are getting closer and closer. We are 2 weeks away from the opening of the 2022 Polar Plunge.
Oh, boy.
Yes, the virtual Polar Plunge starts
Oh, boy.
February 14th. We're 2 weeks away from the Polar Plunge starting up. And we have some exciting news to tell you about the Polar Plunge that we're going to kind of spread on you over the next couple of weeks. And when it starts, we are going to bring you some exciting coverage of the Ontario Polar Plunge, and we can't wait.
Oh, boy.
Yes, we'll be freezing for a reason. And
Oh,
what
you
better
got that
week
right.
to talk about that when it's minus 20 something outside.
Oh, boy.
Looking
wait.
forward to it. Looking forward to it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for Lauzie and D for another week. Again, we'd like to thank David Hill. We'd like to thank Monique Shah and her mom, June. And of course, we'd like to thank all of you for listening to Guardians and Gladiators. And we will see you next week.
Until next week, folks, have a good week. Stay safe and support your local businesses when they reopen.